just last week, we had Kevin Durant and Kendrick Perkins, two former teammates on the Oklahoma City Thunder, went back and forth on the night that Russell Westbrook went back to Oklahoma City as part of the Houston Rockets. And, it was a special night. They did the whole video for Russell Westbrook.
As they should have.
Yeah, they announced him like he was their starting point guard. Like, it was like, at number 0, starting, Russell Westbrook. And they were like, and shooting guard, James Harden.
James Harden. Killing the NBA this year. But listen, I'm glad that he had that kind of reception when he went back to OKC. Because he is a big piece of that franchise. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But, so the issue with Kendrick Perkins and KD started with some other guy, actually. Like, his name is Mark D'Amico, whatever his name is. Well, they were tweeting back and forth, and then Kendrick Perkins says, KD lost in the second round without Russ when I was there. So what does that mean? So KD responds with the tweet, yeah, and our starting center averaged a whopping 2 and 3 during the series. You played hard, though, champ.
But hold on, before even that first tweet, what really started it was when Kendrick Perkins came out. And it was, like we said, it was Russell Westbrook's special night going back to OKC. He said that Russell Westbrook was Mr. Thunder.
Yeah.
That he was the best player in Thunder history.
Which is retarded. Listen, I hate KD's move to the Warriors. I'll be the first one to admit it. I think it is the weakest that ever fucking happened in the NBA. But to say that Westbrook is a better player than him, no fucking way. No way. I'm sorry. You're not getting that off.
And I think that Perkins wasn't saying that he was a better player. He was just, I think what he was saying was that Westbrook means more to the Thunder historically because he stayed there. He tried bringing Paul George along.
Yeah.
They went through rough times together. They went through the good times while KD was there. He got drafted as a rookie there. So I think that's what Perkins was saying. And when I watched, I think it was First Take on ESPN, that's what he was saying. He was saying, no, I'm not saying Westbrook is a better player, but to the organization, the Thunder, I feel like Russell Westbrook is the number one guy.
All right. Well, I'm reading the actual first tweet now. So I didn't see the show, so I'm not sure how he backtracked on this tweet.
Yeah, that's what he was saying.
So it says, in 30 minutes, I'm going to give my opinion on SportsCenter on why I believe that Westbrook is the best player to have ever put on an Oklahoma City Thunder jersey. And then he says he is Mr. Thunder.
Yeah.
So with that tweet, you know what I mean? That sparked a lot of get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Because if you were talking about like player, we argue all the time that KD is better than LeBron. You know what I mean? As far as analysts and shows and all that shit. And there are people out there that believe it. I've never heard now one fucking person say Westbrook is better than LeBron.
Yeah, of course. Westbrook's
you know what I mean?
Never... Like in that argument of top 3 guys always, like right now, who would you say? It's KD, LeBron, and Kawhi, right?
Yeah.
Like Westbrook's never in there. Sometimes you get a Curry in there, you get a Harden, you get some other guys. But yeah, Westbrook's never thrown in there, and I feel like we all knew that. But of course, egos get hurt. We already know KD's sensitive when people talk about him.
Too sensitive.
He fucking came out with Twitter burner accounts years ago to defend himself in a fan's point of view so people would side with him. And obviously, this struck a nerve because the way he responded.
Yeah.
And of course... we're going to continue reading the tweets, but of course, no one thinks Kendrick Perkins is one of the greatest centers of all time. So,
not even close. Yeah, not top 50.
Yeah, so for him to shit on him the way he did, it was like kind of corny of him to me. But anyway, keep reading that.
All right, so then, like I said, he throws out that Kendrick Perkins averaged 2 and 3 during the series that he's talking about.
Yeah,
which
that
is
was
pretty
against the
fucking,
Grizzlies.
which is pitiful. That 2 and 3 is like, you got to give me at least 10 rebounds if you're fucking that big. But then Kendrick Perkins says, boy, stop. You did the weakest move in NBA history. Up on a team 3-1 in the Western Conference Finals, and they go join them following the following season. Heart of a champion right there. So that tweet, I agree with. That was a weak fucking move.
Yeah.
You had them fucking beat, and you and Russell Westbrook together choked it away.
Yeah, exactly.
You had them 3-1. There's no fucking. They should have never came back.
Yeah, it happened to them, and yeah, for KD to make that jump, yeah, I believe too. People talk about the LeBron move. I feel like the LeBron move, to me, I had no problem with it. LeBron gave a lot of years to Cleveland, and they didn't win. They got close, but they didn't win. It didn't seem like it was getting better. So he joined the team that, it wasn't a Warriors team, like a team that was fucking winning chips, that was ready to go, that was fucking, number one seed. The Heat weren't that team. The Heat, when LeBron joined, the last time they won was 2006.
Yeah, and that's the biggest difference in the thing is that the Warriors, like you said, were 73-9. Obviously, when LeBron and Chris Bosh went, all they had was Wade at the time. So, they definitely made them a stronger team. But Wade didn't beat these guys in the fucking playoffs that year.
Yeah, exactly.
Wade's team didn't go 73-9 and fucking take a 3-1 lead from you. I don't like LeBron's move to the Heat. I felt like it was kind of like a cop-out just to win some rings. That's number one. Number two, he didn't fucking choose to go to Chicago when we had a healthy Derrick Rose, so I was kind of, a little bit upset with him. But, that's besides the point. But this is fucking, it was a terrible move by KD. There's nothing you can tell me to make me change my mind that, oh, no, this was a good move for KD. No, he looked like a fucking idiot doing this.
Yeah.
Honestly. And I understand when he got there, he was the best player on the team. He won the finals MVPs the 2 times they won with him. He did outplay LeBron in those finals, but you don't fucking make this move. You just don't. You don't.
Yeah, you don't. It's not the same when you're held up in that light on that pedestal as one of the best in the game, and you make a move that weak. Like, I just don't respect it. I lost all respect for KD that day when I saw that. I was like, wow. Like, just like Kendrick Perkins said, I was like, that is the weakest shit ever.
Yeah,
like,
it's terrible.
Can't beat him. Like, is the, he lived it. Can't beat him, join him.
Yeah.
And, in sports, you're, especially like, I would have respected it more if he came from like his second team, but he was the Thunder at that point.
Yeah.
And for him just to give up on that fan base, give up on the city, the team that drafted him, and that should have beat the Warriors that year being up 3-1, and just to like throw it all away just because you're like, oh, this is too hard for me. Like, nah, I don't fucking respect it.
And we were just talking about how the star players have power. As KD, you go to the fucking organization and tell him, look, I want so-and-so and so-and-so here next year, or I'm not going to re-sign with you guys. You know what I mean? And handle it that way. Get them to come to you. This way you could bring, like you said, the team that drafted you and fucking loved you. Everybody loved KD. My fucking nephew is still a diehard Thunder fan, and he always wore 35 for his jersey number shit. They loved you. That fan base would have given you fucking anything.
Yeah.
And you shitted on them.
Yeah, he shitted on him in a terrible way, to the point where I had like 3 pairs of KD shorts that I rarely even wear. I'm like, I feel disgusted in these things. Like, it's terrible. I feel fucking weak. Like, my ankles are about to give out.
You put them on, you become a Saints fan and shit. Like, no, I gotta take them off. They gotta go.
Like, I wear them shits around the house when I'm cleaning. Like, but I'm not seen in public in them. But anyway, you're gonna finish the exchange between them.
So then, KD says, weak is starting at center, playing real minutes with no production. Should have worked on your skills as much as I did. And then the last tweet was Kendrick Perkins saying, that's fine. You worked that hard and still had to go join a 73-9 team. Truth be told, you don't even feel like a real champ. You have hard times sleeping at night, huh? Knowing that you took the coward way out. So I agree with Kendrick Perkins in that it was a weak move. I don't agree that Russell Westbrook is the best fucking player in OKC, and he's saying how KD couldn't make it past the second round without Russell, but Russell didn't make it out of the first round without KD.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it goes – they needed each other. they were a good little duo
Yeah.
together, and it sucks that it broke up the way it did, but it did.
Yeah, and OKC could have been, they could have been the Golden State Warriors.
They could have.
If they kept Harden and they kept
that was so stupid, trading Harden
Westbrook
away.
and they kept KD, they could have been that first team.
Serge Ibaka and Steven Adams.
Yeah, exactly. That actually happened organically because they drafted all their guys.
Yeah.
So it would have been, just like how the Warriors drafted Draymond, Clay, and Steph. It would have been the same way if they kept all those pieces. They would have made it work. And unfortunately, it didn't work out that way. But like you said, KD is one of the reasons, or the biggest reasons why it didn't work out that way. And to me, KD is just, I don't know. And just like you see, like he just did this other move where it seems like, all right, I did everything with the Warriors, so now I'm unhappy with them and I argue with Draymond. So let me leave.
Yeah, he's too sensitive, bro. And supposedly what was said between Draymond and KD is Draymond called him a bitch, but
like
you made a bitch move.
Yeah, exactly. You make a bitch move. Where there's smoke, there's fire. Where there's bitchiness, there's bitches.
100%.